Welcome back to Sailing Garuda. Our last episode saw us leaving the Berry Islands for Nassau.
Yep, it's like taxiing at an international airport.
We've enjoyed 2 weeks of the big city sights, even made a trip back to the United States and picked up a passenger. Now we're leaving New Providence for North Eleuthera, a fairly uneventful 30-mile sail, where we're hoping to leave some of our worries behind us. Hoping, I said. I'm Herb, and this is Heather. We're post-career empty nesters who found the next phase of our lives lacking. Inspired by other YouTubers, we bought a small fixer-upper sailboat and spent 2 years building her into our traveling home. Now we're about to find out if it was all worthwhile. Subscribe and come along on our next adventure as we set sails to rediscover what's really necessary to live a meaningful life.
Wind into myself, away from things I let go, floating on the waves. We go bottoms up, we go all the way. When you're feeling down, push the pain away. We go bottoms up.
All right, a lot of activity this morning as we depart Nassau Harbor. A little later than planned, but we're just reaching the cruise ship dock and we'll turn out to the harbor entrance in just a few seconds.
Ramblin' Rover.
The plan was to sail northeast from Nassau to Spanish Wells in North Eleuthera. The wind was cooperating all day, but began to turn a little more southerly as the evening approached. So we cut the trip a few miles short and ducked in behind Egg Island, joining a number of boats in a really nice spot, looking to drop the anchor for a restful night before continuing. The sea, however, had other plans.
Really, really rough night, right? What would you say about our night?
1 out of 10, it was a negative 25. It was terrible. I mean, there was stuff flying all over the place.
The anchor held.
The anchor held.
Is your confidence in the anchor increasing?
Yes. Yeah.
So, relocated up to Meeks Island. Heather's making a little breakfast for us now. And we're going to have a take 2. We're going to try to start this day over again. So, about an hour and a half with just the mizzen and the Genoa out. We motor sailed it just to get here quickly, but really nice now, huh?
Mm-hmm. But the sail yesterday was really good.
Oh, the sail was great.
It was just, sucked to end it on such a
terrible anchorage, which actually was fine through dinner.
Yeah.
And then in the night, it just was terrible,
Turned into a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, I thought Nassau was violent. That was nothing compared to Egg Island, so. Better today. Well, we've come ashore at Meeks. Do a little bit of exploring. After 2 days, we kind of needed the change, but I'll show you how long it took Heather to get in the water. Got a few other cruisers in here with us today. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have brought a beer with me. But some cold water will do. It's actually a pretty nice looking island. Try to give you a little view here. I think it's rumored there's some pigs that live here. I think they're trying to develop more swimming pigs. I mean, $20 a head. Shoot, I'd put pigs everywhere too, I think. Isn't this great? Like somebody's donated a few barbecue grills, it looks like. Got a little cleaning, maybe, fish station. Little picnic area. Man, doesn't get nicer than this.
After a day or two at Meeks Patch, the wind shifted again, this time coming in from the north. So we moved a mile in that direction to be in the lee of Spanish Wells, which was our original destination. Better late than never.
What are we doing today?
We are going into Spanish Wells.
Which I'm very excited about because we've been on the boat for Well, all day yesterday because it rained all day.
Yeah.
So getting off the boat will be a nice change. But before we go, what are you excited about seeing?
What am I excited about at Spanish Wells? Buddha Snack Shack. I'm ready for like a fake burger of some kind, or a conch burger or something like that, I think. No, it's just a nice change. I mean, look, we've been kind of hiding out the weather. I certainly enjoy time on Anchorage, but you know, it's fun to get out and explore a little bit. That's kind of why we came to the Bahamas. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about Spanish Wells. So Spanish Wells was an old, one of the original provisioning spots, kind of kickoff spots from between the New and Old World for all the galleons and Spanish treasure fleets and stuff. That's what it came from. So it's a provisioning stop for them. That must mean it's good enough for me. So we'll probably hit the groceries and do a little shopping, just some walking. It'd just be nice to kind of get off the boat for a day.
Wet dinghy ride.
Not fun.
At least it's a sunny day.
Yeah. Go to the Caribbean.
You'll dry off.
All right, tied up in Spanish Wells.
Yay!
Excited?
Excited.
Ready for a drink with ice in it?
Oh, yeah.
All in all, Spanish Wells is a quaint little town. I tell you what, this is wonderful. Could totally live here, and it really hit the spot. You know, a little fried conch, a little hamburger, a little grocery store. Can't go on really any better.
A few days in Spanish Wells and, you guessed it, the wind shifted again, this time to the southeast. So we moved back to Meeks Patch, but this time on the west side of the island, where we were able to run the water maker, and discover the swimming pigs. This was really an enjoyable anchorage, but it wasn't without its difficulties. Just as we were getting ready to depart, our multifunction display stopped working for a while.
Make any sense at all.
How are we gonna? No, still not coming on.
Then, just as mysteriously, it worked again.
Just redo the.
Turn on and off the breaker.
Next, our anemometer stopped spinning.
Our Windex is not working properly. I don't know if I can zoom it there and show. No spin. No spin on the Windex.
That wasn't enough to prevent our departure for current cut and the glass window bridge. With the wind somewhat cooperating, it's from the desired direction, just not very strong, we decided to motor sail south through current cut. This shortcut saves us about 15 miles, although it does help to time it right. We managed to catch the end of the favorable current with 1.5 knots going in our direction. Once through the cut, we were on to the Eleuthera Sound.
How'd it go today?
It's good today. Well, you know, mixed winds. I don't like motoring.
No
Will
choice.
do.
We didn't have a choice today.
Yeah.
How does the anchor look?
Not good at all.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Guess we'll look at weather and see. And we've got a lot of chain out. It's just that the anchor's not biting. So we'll just see if we drag in the next 30 minutes or so. I made a mark. Just gonna see if anything moves.
All right.
Well, we dropped the hook close to glass window. It had good reviews, this anchorage. It said plenty of sand and good holding, but we tried twice, drug both times, but I dove the anchor too. It still is kind of scraping along the top. I'm not sure I want to stay. So just kind of thinking it through. I was going to let this little thunderhead pass, but I don't know. In the meantime, like another boat came up and dropped anchor, so I don't know. We'll just see. We may have gotten a little spoiled by our anchorages thus far. A quick review of the cruising guidebook confirms that this type of anchorage isn't at all uncommon throughout Eleuthera. Just to be sure, we set a geofence on our barnacle system for peace of mind, and we went ashore for some exploring.
Well, good out there, a little bouncy.
A little bouncy. All right, off to the glass window. A homeless person. Perfect place to be homeless is what Heather said.
If you didn't want a house from home,
This would be your spot.
if you wanted just to have a tent,
Yep.
it'd be a good spot for it.
All right. Well, we're hopeful this pushes on to the road. Letting Heather go first to take out any spiders. Well, and our trek through the wilderness ends.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Good hike team. Not lots of room for passing here. Boy, beautiful though. These rocks are known as the Cow and the Bull.
I wasn't sure what to expect from the glass window bridge. I'm a big Sailing La Vagabond fan. Totally planned my vintage t-shirt for this location. And Riley wasn't too impressed when he visited, but I have to say, I found it rather unique. Sorry, Rouse. The deep blue waters of the Atlantic Ocean on one side and the Bahama blue calmness of the Eleuthera Sound on the other is just striking. It was originally a natural land bridge, creating the impression of a frame, hence window. You can get a better idea of this view from this circa 1885 oil painting by Winslow Homer. The rock ledge has long since been destroyed, as have several renditions of the roadway bridge. Eleuthera, an island over 100 miles long, narrows to an area only as wide as the bridge itself here. 80-foot cliffs narrow into a recess at this pass, making it susceptible to rogue waves, what the Bahamians call rages. Some reaching over 100 feet high that can wash over the bridge itself, even on a sunny day. The only rages we experienced were courtesy of the Glass Window Bar, just north of the bridge, where cold cocktails and warm fish sandwiches calmed our own seas.
You earned it.
Long walk.
Walk. All the way from back there. Point to where our boat is.
Right there.
Oh, Lord, that's not where the camera's showing.
That's where I am.
Then a short walk back towards the anchorages, past a blowhole, and across the highway to the Queen's Baths, a collection of natural pools eroded by the dramatic crashing waves of the Atlantic. As the waters settle, which is generally at low tide, these pools are warmed by the sun, creating a bath-like temperature that is perfect for soaking.
How is it?
Nice. On a good day, perfect.
Are you the queen? In the Queen's bath?
Clean.
Nice.
It feels good though.
Next on Sailing Garuda,
The adventure continues.
we continue exploring Eleuthera, including stops at the famous Pink Sand celebrity hangout of Harbour Island, and a family island fish fry at Governor's Harbor, before setting sail for the Exumas.
You know what they say, anytime there's two sailboats, it's a race.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.
We go bottoms up.